Good evening and welcome to Eddie V Live. We've got some great stuff for you tonight, some good stuff. So we'll hop right into it. Yes, I am wearing glasses today just to make it a little worse, a little more chud life, a little more. I don't even know. I look like I'm like an 80-year-old grandma with these things. It's crazy what just a little plastic can do for you. So, welcome to that. I think I'm gonna be wearing them more just because, like, I'm like getting like into the screen without the glasses. I still can't even see that well, but at least I'm not gonna be like I'm only gonna be a little up in it, not like all up in it. So I put the glasses on today. Maybe I'll buy some new glasses, honestly. These are maybe a little like very office worker. I'm in my cubicle, like kind of vibe. Make my nose look incredibly large, but that's life. That's how we do. We keep going. So I got the glasses on today. Got some good stuff today. It is going to be sort of a black pill session. I was having an interesting Thursday. It wasn't like a depressing black pill, even though that's what black pill is kind of. It was like, I'm so screwed, but like it's kind of funny and it's going to be okay. It was a happy black pill. If you can believe that, you might think I'm just coping right now. But I'm gonna stick with that. I'm in denial. I think it was a good black pill day. It was fun. It was fun. Maybe I won't say I was happy about it. It was fun though. I laughed to myself. I was laughing at other people. So it was fun. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm reading, as you do on Thursdays, I'm reading about the Protestant Reformation or revolution or revolt. You know, everyone has their own word for it. We obviously live in a Protestant country, America. It might be the last Protestant stronghold in the world. I didn't look that up at all. That's just like, that's a vibe check that I have. I don't know what another place that would be up there. I can't even think of one right now. If you think of one, let me know. But I was just reading about the Reformation and it's just like got me so so depressed. Like if you're still Protestant at this point, I don't even understand. You got to look at the history. It wasn't even people think like, Martin Luther's getting in there and he's like, and you got these other people, Wycliffe before and Calvin's doing his thing and it's like all the theological debate. It's like it's not even that. It wasn't even like close to that. It was like Martin Luther wasn't even that important. He was kind of just being used by rich people, by rich princes, powerful princes in Germany. And then you got in England, like King Henry VIII, he doesn't even want to really break off from the church. He's just got some concupiscence problems. I was reading this, get this. He was like actually, it seems from what we know from history, like very, very he was a naughty boy. He was getting around, let's just say. They don't really talk about that. But then like Anne Boleyn, this woman, she's just like, and I might have talked about this before, but she is rejecting him because she wants to be queen. She's holding out so she can be the queen. So people talk about, I'll hear this a lot where people are talking about King Henry VIII really wanted like a male heir. From what I'm seeing historically is like that is not the case. That is not what's going on there. It is he wants Anne Boleyn, this young, I don't even think she's that good looking, but this young woman. Catherine of Aragon is, I guess, not his real wife, is not really doing it for him. And she's basically just rejecting him. And she's like, well, I want to be queen. I'm like, oh, this woman is crazy. She just wants the power and the glory. Anne Boleyn, the destroyer of England. I mean, obviously it's King Henry VIII. And then people around King Henry VIII, so you have these rich landed folk, they're basically using this whole situation so that they can take church land. So it's the Protestant Reformation is not about theology. It's not about like justice. It's at the core of it, it's about money and land. So if you're a Protestant, just make sure you know that about your religion. That doesn't even mean it's not true. which is not true. But that doesn't mean. But it's just like, wow, that's very interesting, and it's very depressing because ruins such a beautiful thing in Europe that was going down. So much bloodshed, war. Obviously, God's will. It happened. But the Protestants, you're just about the moolah. I mean, you can look like read about William Cecil, who became like Lord Bungley or something. He picked like a terrible name, but he became Lord Bungley. Bungley. I should look that. You can look it up. This dude was like the first like CIA director, first like NSA director of all time. He was just doing some crazy stuff to just destroy the Catholic faith in England, get power, all the power, money. You know how it be. You know how it be out there, man. You know how it be. Power, money. It's like, bro. And Martin Luther, like, it almost makes you feel like a little more endearing to the guy because you're like, it really, like, he sucks. He shouldn't have done what he did. But he's not the big player here for real. He's got a bunch of money backing him. He's got a bunch of weaponized people backing him, weaponized people with weapons backing him. So it's not really him. And then in England, obviously, you just got King Henry can't control himself. And these people with money are like, let's take advantage of this little situation. I wonder how much Anne Boleyn was like in on this. Probably, I don't know. I don't know how smart she was, honestly. And might have just been the power and the glory for her. Queen Boleyn. So that got me a little sad. If you're still Protestant, like, come on. Come on. Just get out of that hole. And I'd love to talk to you about it, but that leads me to my next black pilling thing. I was thinking, talking to some people, and it's like, you're not going to convince anyone of anything ever. No one's good. Like, you're going to lay out a logical argument for someone, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah. And it's going to be because you explain it to them. Get out of town. Get out of town with that. That's not happening. Someone might be predispositioned to like already like what you're saying, and then they'll listen to you. But to think it's like you're just going to come together with someone and you totally disagree, and then you're just going to lay out the logical points and you're going to convince them, it's like, get out of town with that. That's crazy. I'm realizing more and more, and maybe, I'm wrong about that, but in my life, it's like you'll tell someone something, you'll explain something to them, and they'll like argue with you and they won't see it your way or anything. And then they'll watch like a YouTube video like 3 months later saying the same thing you were saying. And they're like, did you know this? Did you know this is how this works? I totally believe. And I was like, I was literally just explaining it to you 3 months ago. Oh, you watched a YouTube video? That's cool. It's like, it's that in-person thing. It's like they can't acknowledge they're wrong. It's like they'll lose. It's like this Protestant competitiveness. It's also, and Protestants are just like, they're like less historically placed Jews. That's what they are. Anyway, that was kind of a that was kind of an off comment there. But that competitiveness, very Protestant. But yeah, you're not going to convince anyone of anything. It's almost good if like you almost need to bring it up to someone, don't argue about it, but then like slowly slip a YouTube video like illusion in there and get them curious about it. That's how you really convince people. The idea can't be coming from you. If you know someone for real in like real life and you tell someone about something, not even something like, I won't even do religion. Like I always do fluoride. I don't know why. Like fluoride's bad for you in the water. But if it's you telling them that and you're like, I'm telling you that fluoride's bad in the water and here's why, then no way. No way. It's got to come from someone else. You almost got to you got to tell them that you're pro fluoride. If you want them to stop drinking the fluoride water, you'd be like, fluoride's great for you. And then show them the YouTube video somehow about how fluoride's bad for you. And they'll be like, well, I'll get him. I'll get Eddie V. I saw this video how fluoride's bad for me, and he's trying to tell me to drink more fluoride water. And then that's how you convince them. That's too deceiving. That's too deceptive. But it's almost like that's how it has to work to convince people. It's crazy. And maybe I'm naive for just realizing that now. And I've realized it before. I don't know. I keep getting hype about something, and I'm like, you can convince people, and it's like, no, you can't. I think Thomas Aquinas actually says you can logically convince anyone. It might just take like hundreds of years or something. Maybe he's right on that. He's a way smarter person than me. But I was blackpilling on that. That's why the internet, I guess, is so powerful. I mean, for a lot of reasons. That's that one reason to get people to watch YouTube videos. That's the one reason the internet's powerful. No, that's one of the big things I think I see from the internet is that the ideas coming almost anonymously. Obviously, a person made it or AI or something, but even AI gets it from people. It comes anonymously, so it's like easier for the person to accept. It's not coming from someone they know and they have to admit defeat or something like that. It's interesting. Anyway, I was thinking about that. What else was I thinking about today? Oh, I was getting real depressed about this whole men women topic today, but I didn't know this. So let me know if you knew this or you didn't. But there's actually more men than women in the world. I mean, I guess I should have known that, but I guess I'd always assumed maybe because of like war and stuff that there was more women in the world all the time. But there's more men than women in the world. And obviously for the world it's very close. But it kind of makes me sad just in general. Like if every person was like you have like everyone's going to find love today. Obviously some of these are children and stuff so and like 90-year-olds. But if everyone's going to find love today, it's like it's not going to actually match up perfectly, which is dumb because, not everyone gets married and stuff. But it was interesting. And I was thinking about like maybe China, they're always killing their women and stuff. The babies. I think the policy is over now. I'm actually pretty sure it's over, but they still kind of have it. And then people favoring like male children. It's like, oh, I should have known, but it was just weird to like realize. And I guess it's better. The men can be sacrificial and the women can feel like they can all get a man or something. But I was just like, whoa, I didn't realize that. And in the US, I think it was worse, but I digress. And then the birth rate, obviously, in America is like shot to not as bad as some other places, but it's pretty bad. So you like have younger men and women, there's less of them, obviously. It's weird. You can look at the graphs and it's kind of weird because like towards the bottom of the lower age brackets, the population levels get lower in the US and in the other countries. I won't talk about them right now, but I was getting a little concerned about that. And then I was watching the other black pill thing. It's more personal, I guess, to me. I was watching Sam Hyde today. That guy is really funny. My friend, I've watched him before just because he's related to Nick Fuentes a little bit. But my buddy was saying that he like subscribes to him, like gives him money. And I was like, oh, interesting. So that kind of made me like want to watch more just to see what's what. My buddy's got me watching Anthony Bourdain and this Canadian workout guy. I can't remember his name. Tennyson. His last name is Tennyson. He's got me watching this guy's, and then he's got me watching Sam Hyde now, and like that guy cracks me up. He's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. So kudos to my buddy for putting me on to Sam Hyde. But when I'm watching Sam Hyde, it's like kind of depressing because he's doing what like I really would love to do. And I'm like, he's already doing it way better than I could ever do it. I guess the one thing he's not Catholic, so I'm giving like a Catholic twist and I'm not cursing, I guess. That's like the only, but that might even be a positive for you. So I was blackpilling about that. He's funny, funny dude. Um, but so the thing with Sam Hyde though, if you've watched him or never watched him, to my younger viewers, don't watch him. Um, he had to full send it. Like the way he does he's fully into the podcast that he does, the videos he makes. They're very controversial, very funny, but it's like he's never going back to like office job Sam Hyde if he ever was there. He is very well known. That's his job now. If anything went down with that, he's going to be working at McDonald's, God forbid. And that's the thing I think that also was like kind of getting my attention today was like, if I'm going to do this, or do anything. You kind of got to full send it. And this would be like full sending in like a controversial way. And I'm like thinking, I'm like, well, that's fine, but like, why wouldn't I do it? And the reason I wouldn't do it, I was thinking was like, well, if I did it, I would be in the same position as like Sam Hyde or these other guys where you have to do it and your lifestyle gets really strange. And the problem with that is that women don't like it because women really, they always say they want adventure, but they really just want security. So when you can't offer them that, even if you had a lot of money, like I'm sure Sam Hyde has a ton of money, if you can't offer them that, that is a net negative for the wifey. And I was thinking, I was like, dang, how cucked is that? But it's like true. I was just being honest with myself, and now I'll be honest with you. It's like, well, I want to have a wife and kids. So that is what would hold me back from full sending. And it's like, man, oh man. That's a crazy realization. That's how bad women got you. It's like the key was to get hitched in high school and then she's like stuck with you. But that's not even true. That's not even true. She's not stuck with you. I mean, hopefully she would be stuck with you. But like I think of people, he's a proddy, I think. But like people like, what's that guy's name? Where he's like, he was doing the table thing. Louder with Crowder, Steven Crowder. He did the thing, he full sended it. Everyone knows his face. He's less controversial, so he could probably get a regular job after. But he gets married to this chick. They have kids or one kid, and she just leaves him. I think it was her that left him, and they got a divorce. Everything I heard, it was ugly. And it's like he thought he had the dream there, quickly disintegrated. And he's a prodigy, so I don't know how he feels about the divorce thing. But like for me, Catholic, you get married in the Catholic Church, and that happens to you. And I guess it could happen to a regular person too, regular job person. But you get married for real, and your woman is like, "Peace, I'm out." And you're like, "If I want to go to heaven, I'm living celibate. Probably got some children to take care of." And you got to do what you got to do, right? But it's just something you think about a little bit. There's no safe way. There's no 100% safe way to do anything. Um, but yeah, and I've been thinking about just like motives and stuff, how I've looked at things. I was thinking about when I was a kid, like I was very pragmatic. I was like this hedonistic pragmatist where I was like, we're just gonna do what's gonna like be the least amount of work and the most amount of money just so I can have a wife and kids. And it's like, dang, did I ever dream? Did I ever really dream? I remember I had one dream. I was like, I'm gonna be an MLB baseball player. And then that lasted for like 5 minutes because I was like thinking of all the like, you gotta play baseball like every day for like 8 hours a day. Not like 8 hours, but like you gotta treat it like a day job. And it's like, do I really want to play baseball like that much? And then I didn't realize that it doesn't even matter if it's baseball or something else. Whatever you choose, it's like you're gonna be doing that a lot. There's like in this modern society, there's not a lot of chill with or like seasonal aspects, like a farmer, he's like kind of doing different stuff. But even then, it's like you're farming a lot. So I didn't really think of that when I was a kid. It's like, oh, if I become so I was like, I'll be an engineer because it's probably not a lot of work and you make a lot of money. Which I don't know where I got that from. Honestly, it's not that much work, but it's not that much work because people like it's just like this huge bureaucratic system. So I had a couple engineering jobs and it actually wasn't that hard, but it was soul crushing. I was in that cubicle, posted up, all the cares in the world. So I've been thinking about that. It's like I think it'd be better to just have a dream and just shoot for it and just realize that whatever you're doing, you're gonna be doing a lot. Like if you're a plumber, you're plumbing like all day. You're plumbing all day, all night. Whatever you choose. What other jobs are there? I can't even think of a job. If you're a lawyer, you're loitering all day, all night. You don't really think of that when you're a kid. And I think most people probably don't enjoy their jobs. That's just an anecdotal little comment, but and you just gotta suck it up and take it, whatever you end up doing. But I never really had those dreams. I was like, I'll be an engineer, do my little thing, do work the least amount possible with the least amount of travel possible. That's really my thoughts. That was my thoughts that led me to my path. So it's like, gotta dream a little bit. And then like you gotta evaluate the risk. And it's like, why not just take it? Probably not gonna get married anytime soon anyway. And then the chick that you get married to, if you become a slightly successful, controversial person, not saying I'm gonna be successful in this, but if it like, just playing out the scenario, is like that's probably gotta be a cool chick, right? I don't know. I also had a very different view of how women thought when I was a kid. By kid, I mean like a teenager and a college kid. I'm so old now, old and decrepit. But yeah, you just think that women maybe they want the same things as guys, or they think the same way as guys. That's how I thought. I was like not a conscious person. So take that as you will. But yeah, it's like then I'm like realizing now that I'm 30, I'm like, wow, that's not true. That's not really true. Honestly, it's probably like I've looked into it a little bit before and kind of thought about it, but it took me till 30 to be like, yeah, that's actually true. We don't think differently. We're not the same. We're not interchangeable. And shame on me. Shame on me. Was that it? Yeah, I basically, I mean, just to finish that segment, I was just like, I got no guts. And maybe we all don't have guts, and maybe it is because we want that dream of a woman and some kids that holds us back, or maybe there's some other stuff too. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna like, if my parents don't hate me, I'm just gonna live there, work my butt off at my dream. And then if a woman kind of wants to tag along in that, sure, like that would be great. You almost got to take the attitude like, I'm planning on being celibate. Like, I am not going to. And if it happens, great. If not, I was already planning on being celibate. So take that. Take that to the bank and smoke it. That's what I'm thinking now. So yeah, it was a very strange day. It was a very interesting day. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that at work. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I was literally thinking, I was like, I should be a real estate agent. If you went on my Google history, you would see this retard looking up how to be a real estate agent. I was just like, what do people do for work? What jobs do they have? It seems like 90% of people are teachers, but that's just a bias of mine. It's like, is the whole society teachers and we just keep teaching each other stuff and nothing gets done? I want to like build something. I don't even want to be the planner. I want to just be like I'm working for a master planner. He's just telling me what to do and I'm helping him build like a cathedral or even like this like really cool like city hall. And I'm literally like carrying bricks with my hands, but I just know it's going to be beautiful. I might even die before it's finished. That's what I want. Do I really want that? No, I don't even think I want that. I mean, it would be cool. What do I want? I want to like live in a super cold place, make funny content, but it's also educational. And it's like bringing people out of darkness. And then like I'm married and like in the winter we can't even leave the house because it's like blizzarding all the time and we just like read books and record podcast episodes and watch the fire. And in the summer I just go to the lake and I'm just in solitude, maybe with my wife, maybe with my children, and I'm just like thinking. And I'm just looking at that lake. I swim in it a little bit, not too deep though, because I don't want to drown. I just like enjoy it. And then hopefully help some people along the way. That doesn't sound appealing to women, I don't think. So you can't really tell them that. Yeah, I got to think about that more. But that's what I got. That's what I was thinking about today. It's my Friday for the podcast. You know, I might mess around and do one tomorrow because what the heck else am I going to do? I don't even like going out, really. Do you guys like going out? I don't really like. It's fun, but like I don't know. Like I guess it is fun depending on what you do. I like going to the bar, getting a couple brews, but a night in is nice. A night in is nice. We can't be Protestant. We got to just spend that money. We're gonna die. Get some productive property. I'm not gonna get in that talk right now. All right, I gotta cut it out. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you. God keep you. I will see you on the next episode. Good night.